Come on in, everybody, and shut the door. Meghan is on her way back to the UK. Who would have thunk it? You all listen. Welcome. I'm Lady TrenettWilson. Welcome to Royal Black and Elite. You know I had to come by and briefly speak about Meghan Markle, Meghan Markle, returning to the UK. Now, Meghan Markle is married to Prince Harry, who's one of the sons of the King of England. And when they were married, there was a lot of uproar, if you will, when they left the royal family in 2020. Now, she went on, well, I won't say she, they both went on Oprah. And there she divulged some very troubling things about being a part of the royal family. One in particular thing was about the racial aspects of it, in saying that the royal family had asked or had questions about how dark her child would be. And so over and over again, these racial undertones were there. But also, she said that she felt like she was trapped, that she couldn't leave the house, so she was upset about that. She said she didn't receive any support, and that her mental health had suffered so much to the point that she was considering taking her own life while still pregnant with the Prince Archie. So these are some of the things that Meghan complained about as she entered marriage in the royal family. So all of this going on, allegedly, according to her. So they relocated. First, they went to Vancouver after what they called Megxit, which is them leaving the royal family. They went to Vancouver. And then from Vancouver, they bought a house in Montecito, California. And that's where they've been for the last 6 years. Now, while they've been in Montecito, California, and we're talking about how was the UK going to receive Meghan after all of this water under the bridge? I mean, it's been 6 years, but she's not been viewed favorably. In fact, she only has a 22% favorability rating there in the UK at this point. So a lot of people were very angry because she said that the country was racist, or she alluded to the country being racist. And also, many staff people left their employ. Allegedly because of her being rude and standoffish and so on. So I wasn't there. I don't know. But she has a very bad reputation as far as how she treats others, allegedly. Now, as a black woman, I am sure that it's very difficult for her to be in this situation and to live in this environment. And so she left. But Meghan herself, she said that she never really saw herself as a black woman until she was living in the UK, where she felt reminded of her race. So I don't know if it was because the newspapers were just generally talking about the fact that Prince was marrying a mixed race woman, or were they just really being outright racist. So since they've been in the U.S., they have stacked some coins, but I guess not enough coins because they are moving back to the UK. They've tried to do a lot of things since they've been here. They had a Netflix show, didn't go too well, got canceled in 2020. Also, the one thing that did do good was Spare. He wrote a book called Spare, but really in that book, it was just disparaging his family, talking about him and William getting into a fight after William pushed him over a bowl, just ridiculous stuff. And really, to me, beneath his royal lineage, and beneath even Meghan being a wife, having to see all of that, just poured out onto these pages instead of Harry. Allegedly, if he has mental issues, going to the doctor and speaking with a therapist about it. So that book did do well, but they also had a Spotify deal, $20 million, and they got cut from that too. So since they've come to America, it's been hot and cold. At first, when they got here, everybody wanted to talk to them basically about the royal family, not about really them, but the royal family, them being in the royal family, and them leaving their place in the royal family. Well, as you can imagine, the British people are not very happy with their behavior. They have, again, 22% favorability rating. Now, Harry, they love him a little bit more, but they're mad at him too because of what he did and how they behaved, bringing all this information out during a time that the grandmother and the grandfather, the queen, was passing away. So these things have been very difficult within the family. And whenever you are in the public, like, all these things play out. And I really feel like Meghan has taken the brunt of the blame because, Harry didn't do any of this stuff until he got with her. I think she gave him his wings. Perhaps he wanted to do this stuff the whole time. And she just gave him his wings to be able to do it. However, the wings have been clipped because they have to go back to the UK. Now, reportedly, royal watchers are saying that she's only going to be there for 6 months. So this is a temporary situation. And Prince Archie, who's 7, and Princess Lilibet, who's 5, will only attend school there. They're enrolled, but we don't know if it's going to be a full year. So why only 6 months? I think Meghan is going kind of to test the waters, to see if she can be accepted by the British society. Now, Harry has come out and said, once they get to know Meghan, I am more than sure that they will embrace her and she will be able to fit right back in. But will she? After all she said and how she treated the family, we don't know. We will see as this unfolds. And for her to be a black royal or a mixed race royal in this day and age, of course, we want to see her succeed. However, this has been a truly rocky, ride for her and for her husband as they have left the British, royal family and sparked that, kind of cut out on their own. They have not done well, like I said. They lost the Netflix deal. They lost the Spotify deal. And as of to date, as ever, her brand has not been doing well. In fact, they said when she's in the UK, that will be her focus. So they allegedly are not going back to fulfill royal duties, and they will not be returning to royal roles. Now, there are some people who say that Meghan wants herself to be the Queen of England. And so, with Catherine's illness, will this be an opportunity for her to position herself, win over the British people, and position herself to be the Queen of England? If that's the case, she'll be the second black queen, allegedly, behind Queen Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. And I put that down at the bottom for you there to check that out. There in England. So I definitely wanted to come by, give you a little run over of what is happening, them moving back, perhaps what you can expect. She's not liked. So I think what she will be doing is accompanying Harry to a lot of charity events. I think you'll start seeing her at different charity events on her own, and also her pushing as ever. And this 6 months is a trial period just to see how it all works out. So you all tell me down below. Thank you for joining me. You all don't forget to hit your notification button because that way you know when I upload. And if this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for joining me. And as always, Royalists, thank you all for your support. My members, everyone, for listening to today's episode. Now, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And y'all comment down below. Is this a black issue? Do you all want me to continue to cover Meghan Markle as she is a royal? And I want to know what you think down below. Have a great day.